60 or. Look, squeeze. Check. Go.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
SOS. Rock it. He's coming. Ready?
A give, Ekeler running to the right. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Okay, break.
Mike 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the slide. Hey, Delta.
Throwing again, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Mike 55. Check.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Desmond King making the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
On 3rd down, Armstrong. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Come off the ball, hard. Hey, watch it.
Hey, lock it.
He's crashing.
He's out.
Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Watch the safety creep. Jam. Watch out.
Greystone, Travis.
51's the Mike.
Lee Griffin. Lee Griffin.
To throw on second down. Herbert. His throw incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
Ready? 18, Gator. General West. Hey, exit.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Go.
Off play action. Herbert. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Allen, the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, dog.
Fight.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
3 down.
Go.
Mike front 2. Mike front 2. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. No. Check that.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They will run with Grant. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
52, Mike 52. Here we go.
52 is the Mike right here over there, right? 52 is the Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Hit it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, rush coming, and he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
52's the Mike, boys. 52. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Let's go. Let's go. Mike 52. Mike 52. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. But it's brought in by Washington. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
Down. 50, plant.
Check 52's the Mike. Curry.
Check three.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
You draw Parker. Snap.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Hey, Alpha. Be careful. Be careful.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and 6.
Hey,
At the
2.
43-yard line.
Go.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready?
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Corey Grant, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Off the play fake. Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, but it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Get it.
To throw again. Herbert. And caught by Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
218, chopper.
Watch number 86. Watch 86. Cut his left. Cut his left.
Deep rip.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
6-6, pull it high.
Alert 3. Check 99. Check 99. He's checking.
Hey, Sam on. Shoot.
On second down, Eckler.
Switch.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here is Eckler, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Down. 10 Tucson.
Yeah, that's what I do.
5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Shift.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 30-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Trubisky will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Armstrong. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Gator.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now! Hey, wahoo! On the ball,
2nd and 6. Going deep here for Allen. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Greystone travel. Get wide. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
The final shot before break. Herbert. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now look at him go. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Badgley now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Go. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Bring it.
Hey, high 7.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Mike 52. Mike 52.
From the 38, Trubisky going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Off play action. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They run on first down with Jackson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Get him. Joker. Check three. Check safety.
Blue draw quarters.
Big edge. Slam. Shit.
Now.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Mike 51.
Watch the screen.
22 jet bomber.
Throwing on first down. Herbert right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Watch twist. Watch on the
On third down, this is Jackson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Pass incomplete.
Trubisky's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I got him.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
Makes the score Steelers 16, Chargers 15.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 50, check 50. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Topper, Topper.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Gone, gone.
36, 36.
Hey, Echo.
Sponge. No.
Now.
Now Eckler evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch a slat, watch a slat, watch a slat. Right here.
On 1st down, Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Let's go now. 15.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, Delta.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
5.
Throwing again. Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Got it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go, go.
Mike 55, Mike 55. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Yes, yes.
55.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's
Go
going.
out.
Take the edge, take the edge. Come, come.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Bravo. And out.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 63-yard attempt.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
On 1st down, Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check number 19. Check number 19.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Rip left, rip left.
Big rip. Big rip.
Now it's Trubisky. Complete to Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 24 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Watch the eye.
Stand. Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3
Filet,
times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
27-yard line.
Ready,
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal. Couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Look, squeeze. Ready?
Once more, here's Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Herbert complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Herbert, and an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Defense wins championships, baby.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Check.
From the gun, Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Tight goal.
1st and 10 at the 20.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Kill, turn up. Bang.
Get it.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.